What's up, guys? Time for another fragrance review to keep my channel active because I haven't done one in a while. And before anyone asks what happened to my hair, I did not cut my hair, okay? I told the girl only 2 inches, and right when she started cutting it, she was like, "What made you want to cut off all your hair?" And she went, "Ch-ch-ch." And I was like, "Dude, well, actually, I didn't. I said 2 inches," and she's like, "Oh my fucking god, I'm sorry." Well, she didn't say fucking. She was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, blah blah." Whatever. I actually don't mind shorter hair, but I know it kind of looks like I have a feathered bowl cut right now because I basically do. Like I said, I don't really mind the shorter hair, but definitely not what I was going for. I just feel like my hair is not thick enough since all that lupus stuff has been going on and just health has been worse. So I've been trying to keep my hair longer actually. But anyway, so yeah, some fragrances. I'm gonna do a couple Tom Fords that I finally got around to smelling. I'm gonna do. What am I doing today? I'm doing fucking fabulous and vanille fatale, whatever. So I finally got around to smelling the fucking fabulous, and my main impression of it was that I was kind of like underwhelmed. I was expecting a little bit more, and it's kind of funny actually. I was talking to my friend that works at Tom Ford, and she was like, when they sell it, actually sometimes actually they've actually given them stickers, I guess, to place over the name, fucking fabulous, just in case it offends anybody, which is kind of funny, right? But anyway, you know what I thought of it? I just thought it was just kind of underwhelming. Performance wise was not that good on my skin either. It lasted decently enough, but projection wise, it did not project very well. As it dries down, it does a little bit of the harsher elements come out, which is, I guess, kind of good because it needs anything to cut through the air. I felt like, in general, I think it smells okay. I didn't think it smelled bad. Like I said, it's just underwhelming. I kind of just I agree with a lot of the aspects that I've seen other people say that probably you might only take in a negative way. That it's like it's pretty powdery. It's got a bit of a plastic smell to it. It's got a bit of a rubber smell to it. It's kind of like a little bit plastic, rubber, kind of leather smell, powdery. I guess, but the tonka bean in it too. Some people say they smell a lot of tonka bean and almond and lavender or whatever, I guess. I know I said this to my nose at least. A lot of times tonka bean, sometimes you get that kind of powdery tonka bean. Sometimes you get that buttery gourmand tonka bean. Sometimes you get kind of an animalistic funky. This is definitely the powder kind of tonka bean. Um, like in some fragrance, like God, what am I thinking? I'm thinking of something like, is it fuck the old Armani Code, or maybe it's Pegasus kind of has a bit of this same kind of powder and almond kind of smell to it. Like the Armani Code doesn't have almond, I don't think, but it doesn't. It has the powdery tonka bean, right? God, you smell so many fragrances sometimes, and I don't know how people own thousands of fragrances. I feel like just having as many as I have is fucking enough, dude. But you know, again, it's underwhelming, but it's not a bad smell. It smells like Matt. It smells a little feminine, I guess you could say. I don't think it smells manly, but I could definitely see, kind of like maybe just a girl wearing leather and she smells fucking fabulous. I don't know, dude. I don't know if she smells fucking fabulous, but she probably calls herself fucking fabulous, right? Like I said, not a bad smell, but I do get a lot of things kind of like a powdery tonka bean. Smells clean though. A clean smell. Okay, imagine say something like a CH. Okay, well, okay, Tuscan leather. That's like a rough kind of smoky. That's like a vibe. Like you got to be. That's like a vibe kind of leather, right? Smoky kind of thing. Just like CH Men Privé is a kind of rougher, kind of sexy leather too, right? This is definitely kind of like a just clean plastic leather. I'm not sure exactly what's going. Not a bad smell, just underwhelming. I think it's so much money and performance-wise, kind of lacking. I think, but not bad. Next one, I'm gonna do Vanille Fatale. Finally got around to smelling that. This one is potentially is that a word? Potentially very misleading. I think, because I got like what is it? They give you like a 4 ml sample you can get. Just smelling it like that, I think it smells fucking awesome, dude. But the opening doesn't even last 5 minutes on my skin, dude. It goes away real quick. But the opening, man, I don't know if it's like the saffron or whatever kind of mixes in this. Again, I'm not a note monster, so it smells really thick and sweet. And the beginning is more feminine. Doesn't bother me though, because I do own some female fragrances. But the not even first 5 minutes is the best smelling part of it, and it is the most feminine smelling part of it. But that goes away real quick. And God, man, I know I've seen lots of people say this in reviews, and even the girl friend that I know that works at Tom Ford, we talked about it. Even she said she thinks it smells like a tobacco vanille without the tobacco. I don't agree with that. I don't really think it smells anything like tobacco vanille. I think it smells kind of like the vanilla in this. I don't know if it's the mix or whatever. I think this smells yummy and kind of delicious, but in a off kind of way. And I think maybe it was Steven. I think I saw in his review, and I kind of agree with it. Did he say it kind of smells a little bit like Play-Doh? There's something kind of weird smelling about it. It smells yummy, but weird. Is it this? God, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm an adult now. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm an adult. So I don't super remember what Play-Doh smells like, but when he said that, I could kind of see it a little bit. Because something smells kind of weird, and something I haven't seen people say too. Something because it is a yummy smelling fragrance, right? I gotta find my. I probably should have wore it before I did this review, right? But have you guys ever smelled Joe DePoe from Serge Latana or whatever? You know that smells kind of like bread. That smells like it's like novelty. It smells like buttery bread. It smells like bread, but bread that just was better the day before. You just didn't eat it all. Like just like maybe there were some donuts, which I don't know why they don't have a Dunkin' Donut fragrance already, dude. Just please fucking make that for me. Um, like it just smells like bread that smelled better the day before. Like that's what I get out of Joe DePoe, right? Like it smells good and it's got like kind of a fun kind of novelty out of it, but it just smells like it probably smelled better the day before. And that's what I get kind of out of this. Like after that first not even 5 minutes, it just smells kind of yummy, but kind of off. Maybe it's this Play-Doh kind of thing. Maybe it's just kind of like it's reminding me of something like Joe DePoe or something. It smells a little bit off, but you know it was better the day before. I've said that 10 times, I'm sure. And then as it dries down, it kind of reminds me of something like a Givenchy pie or Givenchy pie or Givenchy pie. Givenchy pie or Givenchy's pie, or maybe it's the extreme version of that. It smells like it could be a flanker to that, the dry down. I haven't seen anyone else say that, so maybe it's just my brain. Too many fragrances. You know, I don't, whatever, dude, I'm not sure. But that's what the dry down kind of reminds me of. Performance wise, this one did perform better on me than fucking fabulous, even though I guess some other people have said differently. But I felt that I had a pretty good, I don't know how well it was projecting out away from me, but I had a pretty good scent bubble and I could smell myself the whole day while I was wearing it. So overall, you know, 9 first 5 minutes, really good. Then after that, it's good, but it smells off and a little. It's there's something weird about it, and it's hard to justify spending $300. At least for me, I know there's a lot of rich people that these fragrances are made for, but you know. So yeah, you know, there you go. And so fucking fabulous, kind of like a clean smelling leather with some plastic rubber nuances. I wish it was just a little bit sweeter, not quite as dry. You know what I mean? Might smell better on a girl though, because I don't think it's overly feminine, but you know, it's a nice smell. Vanille Fatale, what I said, you know what I mean? So they're both kind of worse. I think they're worth smelling. Uh, better than freaking more. What was the last stuff? Oud Wood Intense. Oud Wood Intense. I think someone said it was actually leather shoe polish. They reminded me. It smells like. I agree with that. I did finally smell the tobacco oud intense. I didn't really like that one, although that one does have a little bit of a novelty factor while it's like transitioning that makes it a little bit more fun. But I even think the original's better than that. Since I'm doing some Tom Ford, what do I think are my favorite Tom Fords? Since I don't know if I ever said it, of course, Tobacco Vanille, Tuscan Leather, Amber Absolute. And then after that, it gets pretty rough. I'm not sure what I would say after that. It's pretty rough. It's a rough idea. Those three are definitely my favorite for what it's worth. If you guys want to know what my fragrance of the day was, it was Straight to Heaven Extreme. I think it smelled fucking amazing. A couple girls said they liked it. I do think after wearing it a little bit more, I do think I like it better than the original, but I don't have the money to get another one. I don't have the money to get another one, but I do think that one smells better. Extreme smells better than the original, I think, after wearing it a little bit more. Anyway, I still do like fragrances, but dude, it's just I just don't have the money even to like sample all this crap all the time. You know what I mean? And I think I've said before, I've actually had technically perfumers and companies actually contact me that I don't give good enough reviews, so they were like not pleased. Do you know what I mean? It's like, dude, what do you want me to say? It's like I'm not making money off this, so I'm just giving my honest opinion. Not that I'm saying no one else does on YouTube, but whatever, dude. Anyway, I still like fragrances. There's still a lot of stuff I would like to smell. And I got other reviews that I'll do for you guys. I just have to. I'm just so busy with doctor stuff, and honestly, half the time I just don't even like looking at myself in the camera. I just feel so down about health and everything like that. But yeah, dude. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I know it's a feathered bowl cut, guys. Give me a break. The end.